What's up everyone, your Auntie Lexi is here. We've been blessed with tactical RPG releases these past few years, but if I'm being honest, I'm kinda wishing for something a little gritty, something a bit darker. That's when I found out about this game called Annulus, who happened to reach out to me after I put that out in the universe. Think Berserk and Dark Souls meets your favorite tactics game, and you've got a quick idea of what Annulus is. And if you keep watching, you can find out more about this dark game. You can wishlist Annulus right now and try to demo out yourself. But if you also want to see what to expect, keep watching. Before I go on though, I do have to say that this video is sponsored. But as with most sponsorships, I can say whatever I want about the game and I'm free to share my thoughts. For this video, I kind of want to focus specifically on the gameplay because that's what really hooked me. I'm not sure how much of the game is in this build, so I don't know how large the battles can be, but I can tell you that the moment-to-moment combat loop is already doing something right. One early observation I had, and again this is probably because I'm just early on, is that the battles are short, tight, and easy to jump into. Part of that design is probably because this will also be available on mobile, but there's something genuinely addictive about the gameplay loop. Every action plays right on the battlefield, so no zooming in to what's really going on here. Every grisly and brutal attack paints the battlefield with your enemies. This also allows for the battle pace to keep constant, so you're not taken away from what you really want to do. You just execute it. Annulus handles weaknesses via a simple weapon triangle system, consisting of axes beating lances, lances beating swords, and swords beating axes. There's also a few others like ranged weapons being strong against flying enemies, but those haven't factored in yet from where I played. And here lies my first feedback. I'd like it if the icon that represents the weapon triangle to be bigger. On PC, it's really small, which means I'd have to click on it, which displays a whole ton of other stuff. Making this UI element more prominent would do wonders in giving players the confidence to make their moves. That said, it didn't take me long to get used to the weapon triangle, and I found myself jumping into battles one after another. To complicate the game's design, you'll also have to deal with weather and traps, which can greatly affect battles. For example, fire traps would probably be ineffective during the rain, and rain itself might slow down your team and your opponents due to how sluggish it can make your gear. But you can also take advantage of these environmental effects. You can blow up poison barrels and set your enemies ablaze by triggering fire traps, creating a satisfying combo system that can turn a seemingly impossible battle into something more tenable. I love using my ranged heroes to trigger these traps, then have them run back towards my main melee crew. Annulus runs on Unreal Engine 3, so every texture, every character, every enemy is rendered in a dramatic style that highlights how grim this world is. It's a sharp contrast to a lot of the seemingly brighter and cleaner looking tactics games released recently, and the game leans into dark fantasy heavily, mixed in with medieval warfare. You can just feel how oppressive this world is, thanks to its character designs, the look and feel of its environment, and even how the weather is presented. In between battles, there are some really cool cutscenes that play to help shape the world, which I was honestly surprised by. There's one cutscene that plays whenever you roll for a new character to recruit at the tavern that is just such a cool idea. Like, sure, give that guy a beer or meat or milk, whatever they like, and then you see who they are. It's a small detail, but it adds some personality to what otherwise is a fairly routine recruitment mechanic. These little presentation touches go a long way in making the game feel a little bit more special and unique. Something that I've been told that happens later is that there are high-end mutations that occur at the higher levels. You kinda get somewhat of a glimpse of that in an early story plot, but I'd be really curious to see how this affects combat in the late game. But even early on, I was able to level up someone's class, which introduced me to character development. It's also worth noting that Annulus is free to play. And like I told my friend a long time ago, don't scoff at things that are free. It's low risk, and honestly, the gameplay loop and its darker tone will probably keep you coming back for more, like I have. If you enjoy tactical games that reward planning and positioning, this is absolutely one that's worth checking out. If this looks to be your kind of game, search for Annulus on Steam, wishlist it, and download the demo to try out yourself, and I have a good feeling that you'll have a great time playing it.